We're at South High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, where tonight the Red Wings host crosstown rivals Sheboygan North. Hello everybody, my name is Mike Martin. Joining me per usual is the coach and Susie Runas, the retired coach from Sheboygan North. Susie, let's talk a little bit about this game, girls game. North comes in 3-0, South 2-2. What do you see as a factor in tonight's game?
I think you're going to see a different look from North tonight, obviously with the size of the Wolf Twins inside. I think you're going to see more of a half-court defensive game from North, but still pressuring the ball. From South, I think you're going to see a lot of full-court pressure defensively. And again, you know, when we always scouted for South, taking care of the boards was always key because South crashes the boards well. And they need to take care of the ball. You're going to see that pressure from South. And unlike the last few years, there's not a whole lot of depth at the guard position for North, but I think CJ and Connor will do a good job handling the ball against the press.
Chris, what do you see as keys for tonight's game in the girls' side?
Well, this is supposed to be the year, Marty, for Sheboygan South. When they were freshmen and sophomores, you know, they came up as varsity players, and Coach Thomas was hoping that was going to be the year. Well, two girls decided to not come out this year, so that kind of put a little bit of a damper on the plan, but this was supposed to be the year for Sheboygan South. And one thing the last few years that we've noticed in the North-South games is Sheboygan South is really struggling taking care of the basketball. So I think a key for Sheboygan South is handling the ball and, you know, cutting down on their turnovers. For Sheboygan North, they're very road-worthy. They graduated a lot of kids last year. They even haven't been at home yet. I don't think they're at home till almost Christmas time. So they've been on the road a lot. They haven't played as quality a team as Sheboygan South is, but they're picking up wins and they're always on the road. So you're coming into a hostile environment. It's a good way for North to get a win.
North had a great start in the conference play with a win on the road. Being on the road tonight, is it going to be a factor? You know, being a North-South game, will they be able to settle down right away, or is there going to be a factor, you know, a situation where they got to play for a while before they get settled into the game?
Well, going into this year, obviously, North is a young team. So I think the experience is going to play a factor. Just the atmosphere with the young players is going to be, you know, new to them. You know, returner CJ, hopefully he's got to take the team under her arm and you know, if they need to settle down, be that vocal leader as well as, you know, role model on the court and, you know, and show them, you know, just, it's going to be a game of runs. It's a North-South. There's a lot of constant energy, a lot of adrenaline flowing. But I think the first few minutes will be kind of rough, and then hopefully both teams settle down.
Aubrey Koister once said the worst basketball you'd ever see is the first 2 minutes of a North-South game.
I've been there. I've seen it.
Chris, you mentioned about the ball handling. Do you think it's more key on the north side, having no depth at guard or little depth, or on the south side trying to handle a half-court trapping by North?
Well, I just think over the years that we've talked about it, that South has just struggled taking care of the ball, and for them to win, I mean, this is a game that you're at home, Coach Thomas at home, you know, we want to pick up momentum. This is a game we want to get. You know, we struggled the other day against a Manitowoc team that's a much improved basketball team, and we can't, you know, go 0-2 in the league. So I think taking care of the ball for South is the key, and like I said, they're a very veteran team, South. I mean, this is one thing, you know, way back last year, you know, we graduated all those kids from North. It's going to be our year this year, and I'm really looking forward to see what they have.
Well, Susie's going to be the play-by-play announcer, or pardon me, the color person. I'll be the play-by-play. Chris will be doing stats the first game. When we get to the boys' game, Chris will be the play-by-color guy, and I'll still be the play-by-play guy. And Susie, I don't know what you're going to do. But with that, we're going to step out. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off for tonight's game. Right.
I've changed apartments several times. My roommates have always been trouble. Now, because of the economy, I've had to move back home. When my mom gets drunk, she tells me everything I do is going to fail. I get into arguments with her about her drinking. Dad goes to Al-Anon family groups. I didn't think Al-Anon would work for me, but every time I go, I feel better. If someone's drinking bothers you, you might find help in an Al-Anon family group meeting right here in our community. I found support there. You can too. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit AlanonFamilyGroups.org.
Hi, I'm Rosie Greer. As a former NFL player, I know the value of teamwork. That's why I'm here with my friend and prostate cancer survivor, Charlie Wilson.
Each year, more than 32,000 die from prostate cancer. African-American men are 60% more likely to be diagnosed with the disease and more than twice as likely to die from it.
Caught early, this cancer is highly treatable.
If you're over 40, man up. Speak to your doctor about your prostate health.
The Prostate Cancer Foundation is leading the way in discovering better treatments and cures.
Together, we can take aim against prostate cancer.
Every day, thousands of community and school groups, volunteer and government producers, technical staff and residents reach out to your community through one of the most powerful communication tools available, cable TV. PEG Access produces more new local programming each week than all the programming produced by NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, and PBS combined. PEG Access channels provide communities with a diverse, independent, and local voice. Thank you for watching and for your continued support of public, education, and government access television.
I'm bored. I think I'll ride my bike.
It may never be this easy to help your kids find balance, but you have more power than you know. For a free Parent's Handbook plus other resources, visit the WeCan website. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Great rendition of the national anthem by the South High Pep Band. Sim Safford is our floor announcer, and we'll be listening to him for a little while as he gives some of the preliminaries.
Remember to sport a winning attitude by cheering positively for your own team. And now, let's meet the starting lineup. First, for the Sheboygan North High
My name is Tyler Zapolsky. I am a guard and a senior. I'm Lindsay Gussie, and I play guard, and I'm a junior. CJ Uchiel, I play point guard, and I'm a junior. Mackenzie Wolf, I'm a post, and I'm a sophomore this year. I'm Madison Wolf, I'm a post, and I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore number 14, Mackenzie Wolf. And sophomore number 52, Madison Wolf. Here's head coach Eric Stillman. Your starting lineups for your Sheboygan South High. Senior number 5,
Rachel Smith, guard, senior.
Senior number 10, Molly Woodhard.
Rachel Smith, Molly Burkhardt, center, senior. Lauren Files, center, junior. Kimberly Lyman, forward, senior. Kara Phelps, guard, junior.
Senior number 22, Kara Smoothness South. Head coach for Red Wings, Tyler Thomas. Assistant coach, Terry Radke.
And we're just about ready for the tip-off tonight. Our officials are Dan Yagodinsky and Mark Jandrin. Had a chance to talk with those two. And Susie, you said you've had them some games during your career. What kind of a job can we expect from those two young men?
I really respected and appreciated the effort they did. I thought they did a great job, and I think to have officials for this game and atmosphere is very important, to have those officials aware of the atmosphere and the style of play. So
they don't get intimidated, right?
Right. I think we'll see a good job by them tonight.
There you see Tyler Thomas sending his girls out on the court. Tyler's been here for about 5-6 years. North has Eric Spielman. He's in his first year, taking over for Susie. And we got one of the Wolf girls jumping. Imagine that. And Wyman jumping for South. Good hustle by Lugopolski.
I think you're going to see it's probably one of the better defensive teams that North has faced so far. Their first 3 games didn't really experience a lot of pressure defense, so we'll be curious to see how they handle it tonight.
I had a chance to talk with Connor Dulapolski before the game to make sure I got, to get her pronunciation right.
That's why I called her Doogie.
That sounds like a plan. Ball is tipped out of bounds. North will keep it. South comes in 2-2. North is 3-0. North 1-0 in conference. South 0-1 in conference. It's always nice to have a tall girl to be able to throw it into. Although the pass is intercepted, and then we get a quick foul on North's Lindsay Gussie.
I think we're going to see more of a half-court defensive effort from North tonight. I know they've been mixing it up in the half-court, but...
By that you mean between zone and man-to-man?
Yeah, unlike prior years where we were guard-orientated, we had more of a full-court game.
Good hands by North. Turnover by Rachel Smith. Mackenzie Wolf triggers the inbounds.
They got to work on their spacing up the middle.
Good pressure being put on by Lauren File.
Oh, Madison Wolf coast to coast.
All the way, and she scores on the drive and is fouled. Boy, she handles the ball well.
Wasn't quite expecting that. That's a bonus.
Yeah. I can remember being a JV coach several times, taking my tall player and letting them bring it up because you figure the defense isn't going to be quite as tough, but File was really playing pretty good.
Sure.
3-0 North.
Well, they'll extend some guard pressure here, but...
for the most part, they want to pick them up half court.
Token pressure. Connor does a good job pressuring the ball. She's quick, and she just never stops going. Now they'll pressure sides, they'll pressure corners.
And another turnover by South, and then a foul is going to be committed by Kara Selk. Also out on the court for the Red Wings is Molly Burkhart. Molly, number 10. She's a senior.
And really, they should just clear this out, and Connor should be able to handle that pressure one-on-one.
Lugopolski had it taken away from her by Smith. And Connor Doogie commits the foul. And Rachel Smith will be at the line shooting a pair. Smith, good quickness, took it right away.
Yeah, she did. I take back what I said. She played good defense on right crossing half court there. In that situation, too, it's key for Connor to not pick up those fouls. They're going to need her on the court.
Yeah, exactly. Don't pick up the cheapies. A good recovery to pick the ball up, but then Wolf threw it away, and scoring was Lauren File. It's 3-3. Lugopolski with a three-pointer, pops it in the old left-hander.
Another reason they need her on the court. She can drain those.
Inside feed to Wyman, or Burkhart, pardon me, and she's fouled. Foul goes on Usadol.
I know in watching the Appleton West game, Coach Spielman was really stressing the weak side defense, and their case in point, they were too far away from the ball, and then they pick up that foul, which they can't afford.
Yeah, late getting over. Burkhart creeps that one in. It's 6-4. North on top. Just under 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Pops them both in. Use it all pushing the ball up. And then the ball is tipped away by Rachel Smith. Tossing it in will be Mackenzie Wolf. Use it all the high scorer. What did you see in her that you moved her up right away?
Just her basketball IQ. I mean, she really understands the game of basketball. She, we called her Smiley. She doesn't have a lot of words to say. She does her.
I had her when she was at Lincoln Erdman in gym class, and she had a brother that never spoke a word all year in gym class. The best I could do was get him to say, "Ugh."
Yeah, I'd yell at her and talk to her and ask her a question. I'd get a smile and a head shake. And
Smith from outside the line. It bounces on the rim but didn't go in. And Use It All gets tied up.
That's one of the things I mentioned in pregame. You really got to focus on boxing South out, both on offense and defense. They crash the boards very well.
They're not particularly taller than North, but they really move well.
They do.
Smith has it on top. Gets it over to Selk, and then we get a whistle.
It's 2 on Connor.
Lugopolsky picks up the foul, or second.
I think part of that with any North-South game, we talked about that adrenaline and energy of the first few minutes and overzealous. Unfortunately, you hate to see players get into foul trouble early on, but Connor's got 2, so I'm sure she'll be sitting for a little bit.
Alyssa Lutzke in for her, and File travels on her way to the basket. Looks like they might be going to Use It All more, bringing it up against pressure with Doogie out.
Yes.
And turnover by North again. 5 already.
Yeah, she got caught carrying the ball on that. Yeah, her and Connor are probably their 2 best ball handlers overall.
Burkhardt had it, gets it over to Wyman. Trying to run the pick and roll, but threw it away. Lack of communication on that play. Lutzke has it on the wing. Trying to swing it around over to Gussie, and the shot from outside is no good. Wolf gets the rebound. That was Madison Wolf for 2.
Yeah, Madison's got a bit of a sore shoulder, left arm, so I'll be kind of curious to watch her as the game goes to see how she holds up.
3-pointer is up and good by Selk. 8-8. Well, taking a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Spielman will be talking about their spacing on a timeout situation here.
Use It All open from outside the line. Couldn't get it in. Went the wrong way for the rebound, and it sails out of bounds. South will have it. Just under 4 minutes left in the quarter. 3:59, and we're all tied up, 8-8. Well, we talked about that break-in period. Hopefully they can get out of that.
Yeah, try to clean it up here a little bit going towards the end of the first quarter here.
Wolf with a steal. That would be Madison. And Smith with another steal.
She's got quick hands.
Very quick. And South got it, and then they called a quick timeout.
Timeout, Sheboygan South. This is the 32nd timeout.
I think North, both teams are doing fine. It's just, North needs to tighten up with the ball handling a little bit, and South is kind of rushing some passes down here. They're not letting things develop like on their pick and rolls and things like that. So I think it's your typical first quarter jitters and feeling each other out, so to speak.
South seems very quick to me. At least Rachel Smith has quick hands.
Yeah.
But even like when Wolf was bringing it down on that break in the press business, I thought File stayed right with her. Just she had a little more skill to get it up to the basket.
Yeah, it's an athletic bunch from South. it's going to be a battle. They're never going to stop. They're pushing it at you, that's for sure.
Burkhart from outside the line, a rainbow goes in. A three-pointer. 11-8 South. A couple of threes are the difference. Three-pointer is no good. Wolf with the rebound, tries to scoop it back up, no good. Mackenzie Wolf on that shot attempt, couldn't get it in. And shot goes over the backboard. That's what happens when you get a person a foot taller than you. Guarding.
It's been a while since North has had anyone 6'3", so it's a different look, I'm sure, for them.
I think Desso's singing the same tune.
Checking in for North, number 22, Aaron Maletsky.
Aaron Maletsky in. Taking a break is Lindsay Gussie. They use it all looking deep, but her teammate didn't break open. Oh, good help defense that time by Kimberly Wyman.
Well, they got a foul there. And Madison's holding her shoulder, so.
Madison Wolf, her first foul. 15th foul on North.
Yeah, they called for the foul, but North's really got to be careful on that post-entry pass because South does a good job bringing the weak side over to help out on that.
You mentioned a little earlier when North had the same situation and they were a little bit late getting over. Selk has it on top, being guarded by Lutzke. Wyman in the corner being guarded by Conter.
Interesting matchup at the point here.
Selk breaking loose. Layup attempt is no good. Ball tipped out of bounds by Conter.
Caught reaching in.
Yeah, foul's going to be called on Lutzke. That's going to be the 16th foul. We still have 2:19 left. Looks like South will be getting to the bonus early in the half. At the line is going to be Brianna Wojak. So far, South has made 4 out of 5 free throws, Susie.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, that could make a big difference down the stretch here. So North's got to clean up the fouls.
That one is no good.
Goes off of a boxing out, how South attacks the boards. North has got to hold their box outs a lot better.
That ball went off of CJ Usadal's leg. South gets it back. They're up 12-8. Selk's shot from outside looks good, and it is a three-pointer by Selk. And it's 15-8.
Checking in for North, number 52, Madison Wolf. Also for North, number 30, Taylor Dolman. Also for North, number
Dolman and Wolf back in. Madison Wolf.
And for South, number 3, Sarah Schrank. And for South, number 21, Carly Wyman.
Coming in for South is Carly Wyman. A little late on the pass. 12-footers up and in by Dahlman. That breaks the run. South had a 7-point run. Make it a 10-point run, pardon me. Finally broken by Dahlman's shot. Selk has it.
Nice.
That's an over and back. Wyman stopped in that nowhere land. Right at half court. Mackenzie Wolf is going to toss it in. It's 15-10, South on top on the strength of a 10-point run. Inside feed to
there's that entry pass again.
Use It All goes sailing out of bounds.
Yeah, a little better angle.
Another turnover by the Northsiders. They got 7. The coach, Chris Wright, doing a bang-up job on the stats right next to us. Oop, little carry on that one. Sarah Schrank on the drive.
Actually, they got Wyman on a moving screen.
Okay, Wyman on the foul. Kimberly or?
Kim, yes.
That was her first. It's only the 3rd team foul on South. North has 6. Dahlman had a good look, couldn't get it in, and South comes away with it. Selk on the rebound, then it goes off of her foot. No, they're saying Use It All hit it out of bounds. Didn't look that way to me. Schrank has it.
Yeah, they let her. Did a good job forcing to the sideline, but then you got to be there on the turn back to the middle, and they would have had a nice trap there.
Inside feed. The shot is air ball by Carly Wyman, out of bounds. North will have it. 49.7 seconds remaining. Score is 15-10 South.
And for South, number 4.
Erica Trum coming in. Going to give Selk a rest. That's a good substitution there. Dlugopolsky coming in. Give Use It All a bit of a break.
There's got to be a big trust factor when you put somebody back in with 40 seconds left.
Oh, yeah, 2 fouls, you're right.
Yeah, so.
Forgot about that.
You know, you trust Connor to make the good decisions.
And she throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, miscommunication there between her and Mackenzie Wolf.
And coming back in is Alyssa Lutsky.
I say that's a good move to pull her out on the defensive end. Avoid that 3rd foul.
Schrank has it. On top with the ball is Lauren File.
Notice the South post players, they do a really nice job sitting down in their post-ups.
And the tie-up. Stepping in to tie it up was Lutsky. Possession arrow points North's way. There's 21.9 seconds left, and in comes Dlugopolsky again. And checking out is Mackenzie Wolf. Probably look to take one shot. Maybe not. Doogie's shot is no good. North comes away with it. There's still 10 seconds left.
Time here. Let's get organized. She's going to have to take it to the hole.
Left-hander shot is no good.
Oh.
Wolf's tip is no good, and we're at the end of 1 quarter of play with South on top, 15-10.
Sheboygan North, 10. Checking in for
Green, green, green. It's your home, it's your dream. Radon testing, keep it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green.
Making it green starts from the ground up, so make sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Test your home for the presence of radon. Go to epa.gov/radon.
Make it green, green, green.
Time was, kids did what came naturally, spending free time running through the grass, exploring streams. But times have changed. Today's indoor kids spend more than 7 hours in front of electronic media. That's why National Wildlife Federation created the Be Out There movement. Outdoor play improves kids' health, body, mind, and spirit. It helps them stay fit, enhances creativity, and could even make them better students. There's a reason they call it the Great Outdoors. Learn more at beoutthere.org.
You had mentioned in the opening, Susie, about the experience of South versus a lot of the inexperience by North, and I think we saw it a little bit there in the first quarter.
We did. you know, some of these South girls have been 3-4 years of varsity experience, and other than CJ, of the 5 girls out there right now, CJ's got the most experience. Doogie played last year. The other 3 were all JV players last year. So
yeah, that makes a difference. You're right. Rachel Smith from out downtown, no good. Use it all with the strong rebound. Had a player down deep, but didn't see her.
They look to push it up. They do a nice sideline break. But South so far has been doing a good job pressuring the ball handler to avoid that up-court pass.
You were mentioning before about Mackenzie Wolf playing out on top, and what I tend to find is post players know how to make post passes better than guards sometimes.
They know where they want it, and again, if you can't see the numbers, those passes shouldn't be made. And
Doogie's shot is no good. Rebound by File. She kicks it out to Burkhart. Looking to take it to the hoop, but pretty good defense. Shot by Wyman, no good. And another offensive rebound by South. File's shot, no good. Wolf had it, tipped away, and got it back.
Four South girls in the paint, they're looking for the board, so.
Long pass, layup is up and good by Litsky, and she's fouled. Good look down the court that time. For Wyman, that's her second foul.
Checking in for North, number 30, Taylor Dahlman.
I get a good shot of Alyssa Litsky.
Yeah, she had a really good JV season last year. She did a lot of nice things, so I think she's going to be a good role player for the varsity team this year.
Foul goes on number 50, Mackenzie Wolf. Well, they're calling it on Madison Wolf. That's her second. And South is going to be at the line for the rest of the half. That was foul number 7.
Checking in for North, number 50, Mackenzie Wolf.
At the line is Kimberly Wyman. Pops in the first of the 1-and-1.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of these free throw opportunities.
Yeah.
I think they've only missed a couple.
They've made 7 out of 8 so far. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 8. 17-12, almost thrown out of bounds. Burkhart got away with a foul, but then a steal by South, Kimberly Pozowitz. And we've got a bit of a scramble going now.
Watch opposite.
Selk able to keep control. File's shot from 12 is in. 19-12, biggest lead by South. Dahlman loads it from three-point land, but can't get it in. Wolf had it taken away by Selk. Good quickness shown by her.
They're just persistent on the boards. That was always an area of focus. You got to keep them off the boards.
Burkhart gets it inside the File. She misses a bunny shot. North working the perimeter pretty well. Can't get it inside. Good help defense by Pozowitz.
And Mackenzie's doing a nice job trying to get that high-low look, but they just can't get it to her yet.
Use it all, driving it to the basket. No basket. Would be she's going to get called for an offensive foul.
That's her second.
Foul number 44, CJ Usadel, second personal.
South will take it out of bounds. It's been a tough start for the Northsiders, and Eric Spielman recognizes that and calls a 30-second timeout. What would you be telling the girls in the huddle, Susie?
Right now, they just need to calm down. I think CJ right there, you can't fault her, but she was just trying to make something happen for her team. And, you know, they need to take care of the ball. I mean, I think it's been a constant topic we've brought up since pregame.
What do you got for turnovers for Northside, Chris? 11 turnovers for North already. And that speaks to your point very well.
Well, and I think that the flow of the game right now, I mean, South can only be gaining confidence. So North has just got to buckle down a little bit and clean some of these things up, and that was probably a really good timeout by Coach Spielman there.
South bringing it up with the lead.
See, North is changing up, going to a little zone defense here.
Foul from the free throw line. Shot goes off the rim, no good. And then it's tipped out of bounds by Camber Puzzowitz. The other thing that's going to cause problems is dealing with this press the whole game.
Right. And like I mentioned, you know, North is, you know, they've got a couple solid ball handlers and a couple other girls in that position that can help out.
Shot from outside the line by Dlugopolsky is no good. Dahlman got the loose ball in the corner and then is fouled by Puzzowitz.
You know, South is going to keep that pressure on the entire game, so North has just got to find a way and be patient. There's a lot of game left.
Use It All is going to throw it in. Look for her to get it back.
Better get it in here.
Use It All from way outside the line, pounds it in. That was deep.
That's a nice look.
Chris told me that when the guy throws it in, look for him to get it back. I learned that from him.
Now this zone here, it's going to help, you know, with the likes of Kara Selk shooting a three. Hopefully it helps them with their box out responsibilities as well. So nice change of pace here.
Yeah, pretty good quickness. I think that was Use It All was able to tip that feed to the inside away. Molly Burkhart throwing it in. Molly having a nice game so far. And another screening foul.
Cleared out Dahlman down low. File's a physical player, but she's a hard worker too, so sometimes you get those fouls.
Rather have a little more aggressiveness than passiveness.
You know what? If you're going to get a foul, make it worth your while.
Trum back in.
Within reason, obviously.
You're right. We don't want to hurt anybody.
We don't want to hurt anybody.
Maybe their feelings a little bit.
And this constant pressure too, you know, with the likes of the Wolf twins. That may test their conditioning a little bit too, playing a full court game.
Use It All with the rebound, pulled it away from a South player and put it up and in. She has 5 quick points, and it's 19-17 South on top. Trum wanted to shoot it, but good cover-up defense.
Yeah, and this you really got to watch that weak side. So right now CJ's doing a nice job filling. Dahlman on the backside. Keep the ball in the middle.
Dlugopolsky stole it away. North has it back.
CJ.
Use It All in rhythm. Couldn't get it in, but gets her own rebound.
Rebound.
Up and in on the rebound. 7 straight points for her. And it's 19-19.
She's the leader of this group, so she's kind of taken over a little bit here, recognizing her team needs her.
The other thing that's nice about her being the leader is she's only a junior.
Exactly.
It's amazing how that works. Full timeout, Kerry. Let's take a 30-second break.
Hello, I'm Dr. Regina Benjamin, U.S. Surgeon General. Breastfeeding is a preventive measure that can protect babies from illnesses and infections, and there are also health benefits for mothers. While 75% of American mothers start out breastfeeding, only 13% of babies are exclusively breastfed at the end of 6 months, and the rates are much lower for African American infants. Whether you're a grandmother or an employer, you can help make it easier for moms to breastfeed. For more information, please go to surgeongeneral.gov.
Was for this, knowing that you have a group of seniors leaving, you need somebody like her with experience to take over in moments like this.
Exactly, and those seniors, they leave after a while.
Yes, yes.
So you want to have somebody coming back the next year.
Exactly.
Wanted to ask you about
Keith Conway, what kind of job does he do?
Keith is
He was with you, right?
He was my JV coach last year. Obviously now he's a varsity assistant. He's a great X and O's guy. He knows the game very, very well. He's also a great guy. I mean, he's did a lot for me last number of years as my assistant, and you know, I think someday he's going to get his turn, and I think he'll do a very good job.
Camber Puzzowitz comes in for Carly Wyman. Molly Burkhart looked to take the shot. Trum was open. She took it. No good.
Deep shots, deep rebounds. You got to hold your box outs better.
Good pressure on the shot, but nailing it was number 24, Camber Puzzowitz. 21-19 South. Gussie gives it up to Dulugopolski, who kicks it out to Dahlman with a 3 look, but no good.
She's had some opportunities. Hopefully one of these will fall here for her.
Yeah, she had one. Her first shot went in, but she's been not been able to get that second one to go. I'll tell you who's working hard out there is Use It All.
Yeah, she's bending down. I think she could use one, but I'm not sure she's going to get one.
Yeah, I hear you. That's what I was thinking too.
I wouldn't be pulling her out. She's kind of your go-to person right now. Well, in this zone, you know, she can maybe catch a little bit of rest, but still be aware of what's going on backside.
Trump filling in at the high post, but they didn't get it to her. Selk has it on top now. Rachel Smith back in. We haven't heard from her in a while. She had a bunch of steals early in the game. Shot is no good. Puzzowitz, Use It All gets the rebound.
Nice kick out.
Doogie with a shot, no good.
Yeah, I think she shot that right away. She was in rhythm. I think she lost her rhythm there.
Camper Puzzowitz with the rebound. Rachel Smith trying to go baseline. Her shot is up, no good. But Wolf got the rebound and is fouled. I believe that's going to go on Burkhart, pardon me, number 10.
Foul on number 10, Molly Burkhart. First personal.
Her first foul. Now North will be starting to go to the line. See if they can capitalize. Wojak back in.
I think we've seen both teams kind of settle down here a little bit and not as many turnovers. And
you're right.
Seems to be getting a little bit more of a flow.
At the line is Mackenzie Wolf. North is 0 for 2 on their free throws so far. And they're down 2. Selk gets it inside. Puzzowitz from the free throw line, no good. The ball is tipped away. Tipped out of bounds by Wojak. Brianna Wojak tipped it away from North. Got it right by Rachel Smith's ear.
Yes.
Lugopolski in the lane, kisses it off the glass.
Nice drive.
21 all, 135 remaining in the half.
Looks like South's doing a good job of looking in the middle, and North's got to do a little bit better job of that entry pass to the middle, because then that's hard on the back line.
Smith's shot is off the glass, no good. Tipped away. Wolf with the rebound, and Camber Puzzowitz picks up her second foul. And Wolf will go to the line again. And Susie's up here making like the rebound and then pulling it down to her waist, which a big person never should do.
Get that ball up, Mackenzie.
Wolf was just at the line a minute ago and missed her 1-and-1 attempt. Got that one in. South is 2 for 9 this quarter. They're really off on their shooting from what they were in the first quarter.
Well, I think part of that adjusting to a defensive zone has helped that too, and
getting the shots from different areas of the floor.
Exactly.
Inside feed to Puzzowitz, but she wasn't able to do anything with it.
And North has got a little bit more energy in their feet too, but again, late side rotation there. We got another foul.
Like Litsky had all ball, but they're calling her for the foul.
Yeah.
To the line, number 24, Amber Puzzowitz.
Got her with 2 fouls. Puzzowitz going to the line. 1 and 1.
It's fun to watch these little sisters coming up and playing varsity ball. Pazowitz's, Maletsky's.
Yeah, right.
You know, Tetschlog's a few years ago. And
on both sides of the ledger there.
Exactly.
Boys and girls.
It's a family thing.
23-22. 8 of 10 from the line for South. It's been a difference maker. Under a minute left, 45 seconds.
Oh, they're setting something up for CJ there.
Good swing of the ball. Litsky's shot from outside the line is no good. Wolf with the rebound off of pressure, and I'll tell you, she got boxed out physically by Puzzy.
Box out by Pazowitz.
22 seconds left. South with the ball and a 1-point lead. Wojak with it on the wing, being guarded by Doogie.
She doesn't want to pick up her 3rd foul this late in the quarter. Right
under 10
half.
seconds. Oh, clear out. I think they're going to call the foul on Gussie. No, they're going to call it on Self, and she really cleared out. You could see that from up here. For Kara, that's going to be her 2nd. And North has a chance with 4.5 seconds to possibly get the lead back. At the line is Lindsay Gussie.
What are they calling here?
It'd be an offensive foul. There might not be free throws involved. North is going to get it out at half court.
Offensive foul, there you go. I don't know that anyone had possession there, so.
Use it all from outside the line, off the glass, no good, and we're at halftime with South on top. And a very well-played game, actually. 23-22.
Preteen years are a challenging time, but they're also a good time to think about your child's health, which is why, if you're the parent of an 11 or 12-year-old, you need to know about preteen vaccines. Vaccines that can protect your preteen from meningitis, whooping cough, and for girls, the virus that causes cervical cancer. So schedule a checkup for your child today and ask about preteen vaccines, because your preteen might think that they're grown up, but they're counting on you to know better.
Brought to you by DHHS and the CDC.
I can have text all night long, but not when I'm driving.
What's the point of texting me about a party that you might not make it to?
I don't text and drive. Do you?
Do you?
Do you? Did you say text or sex? Hey, I got an idea. As long as you're texting, why don't you write your own obituary, dumb?
I don't
text and drive.
Do you?
We don't text and drive. Do you?
Brought to you by Rad Terry Fader and his cast of thousands. Friends don't let friends text and drive.
Party!
Local government, local educational institutions, and local community members all use cable access TV to communicate their message. They depend upon it as an affordable means of outreach. Public educational and government access television empowers local government agencies, individuals, and groups to use the media to speak directly to their constituents in a more direct and cost-effective way. Make sure everyone has a voice. Support your local PEG channels.
Did you know early signs of eye disease and vision changes start to occur around age 40? I'm Dr. Ann Coleman for the American Academy of Ophthalmology. I see firsthand how vision problems can affect lives. We are urging adults to get a baseline eye disease screening at age 40. If you have any risk factors or signs of eye disease, see an ophthalmologist right away. Know your risks. Save your sight. To learn more, visit geteyesmart.org.
Cable access channels are critical tools for local government. They provide important information about issues, services, and programs, as well as local emergencies. They also allow you to watch your local elected officials in action. Through the provision of governmental access channels, our communities are kept informed, educated, and entertained. Where else can you get information about your local government? Make sure everyone has a voice. Support your local government access channel.
Engineers Without Borders USA answers the call with more than 225 university and professional chapters from a wide spectrum of disciplines. With more than 400 sustainable engineering projects in more than 45 countries, our organization is changing the world. If you would like to find out more about how you, too, can change the world, visit www.ewb-usa.org and click Get Involved. Engineers Without Borders USA. Building a better world, one community at a time.
Did you know that 90% of all eye injuries can be prevented by simply wearing proper eye protection? I'm Dr. Tamara Fountain for the American Academy of Ophthalmology. I see firsthand how vision problems can affect lives. We recommend that every household keep protective eyewear on hand to use during home projects and other activities that can cause injuries. Know your risks, save your sight. To learn more about eye health, visit geteyesmart.org.
It is time for caring people everywhere to treat animals as more than mere property.
To be bred, bought, and sold at an owner's whim.
I urge you to adopt your next dog or cat at a local shelter or humane society.
Please, be a guardian, not an owner.
Back at South High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, getting ready to start second half action. South leads at 23-22. Chris has some halftime stats. South was 2 of 13 from 3-point. North was 2 of 13 from three-point land. Hit 9 of 26 for the half, pardon me. South was 6 for 17 for the half, but 3 of 6 from three-point land, but all those threes came in the first quarter. The difference has been the free throw shooting of South. They've made 8 out of 10. North has only shot 4 and only made one of those. What do you see that, well, since you're a Northsider, what does North have to do differently?
Well, I'm sure Coach Spielman was talking about, using that inside presence a little bit more. They haven't really had good opportunities in the paint with the Wolf Twins, either a high-low look or entry pass. They've basically been getting their looks off of rebounds. So I think, I'm thinking he's probably trying to find a way to get them more touches. And then from the perimeter play, it's just, they've had some open looks. It's just a matter of capitalizing on them.
If you're Tyler Thomas, what do you tell your team?
Well, I think for that stretch there, they went on that run. He really had to like the intensity, and then I think they kind of eased up a little bit. So I think, from his part, it's got to be consistency and continuing the hustle on the boards. I thought they did a great job crashing the boards. They didn't necessarily get the rebounds at all times, but
they were there.
They're getting sometimes second and third attempts, which, it's going to be tough down the stretch. So I think, North needs to clean up the fouls, keep South off the line, and if either team does get to the line, they need to capitalize, because I think that could be the key to the outcome of this game.
Earlier today, the girls South JV team beat North 57-49, and on Thursday, the South girls freshman team defeated North. Right now, looking at the boys' action a little ahead of time, South boys won on the freshman level and the JV level, so South is 4-0 in this year's head-to-head competition. And we're off here in the third quarter. Good inside feed.
That was good ball movement. Ball reversal, they got that inside look that I just talked about.
Mackenzie Wolf with the left hand put it up and in. I'm not sure if she's a left-hander, but she looked pretty smooth from that side.
I know she played a lot of ball this summer, and I know she's worked on both left and right, and her footwork has really improved.
Well, you got to think the dad has helped in that regard.
You would think, or Uncle Joe.
Yeah, or Uncle Joe. Selk has it on top, being pressured by Gussie.
North's coming back in that zone, so they felt like they a good matchup with that.
Rachel Smith on a back cut, but the pass was got by her and went out of bounds. North has it, and they have the lead 24-23.
I think Mackenzie needs to anticipate a little bit quicker that opening pass.
And then Use It All gives it right back to her. Try that again. Use It All kicks it out. Gussie's shot from three-point land is no good. Good box out by File. She got the rebound. A good quick inside feed, but a travel, but they're going to call a foul. That foul is going to go on Madison Wolf. I thought that the South player traveled first.
That's hard angle to see from up here, but I guess she pushed her down below.
Maybe that's why she traveled.
Probably. Threw off balance a
Very
little bit.
diplomatic,
Sure.
Susie.
I'm trying.
Wyman with an inside basket.
They got flyers open down the court. They got to be looking ahead.
Oh, trying to go to the basket before she had the ball was Alyssa Litsky.
Again, first few minutes of the half, real important, and we see some turnovers here, just trying to rush some things.
Selk has it. Trying to get it inside, but good defense played by the Lady Raiders. Molly Burkhardt has it on top. Molly doing a good job tonight. She has 7 points. Make it 5. File gets it over to Smith. Her shot is off. South with the rebound. Putback is no good, but a foul is going to be called on Mackenzie Wolf.
Another missed box out opportunity, and second shot attempt and another foul.
Yep.
Number 13, Lauren File, 2 shots.
Lauren File will be at the line. She has 4 points on the night. Pretty good balance by South. Both sides, really. South 8 of 11 now from the line. A good shot of Lauren.
She's also only a junior, so she'll be one of those leaders next year coming back for South. See, Mackenzie kept the ball up high. She must.
Yeah.
Spielman must have heard me.
Right. And Smith with a steal. What quick hands. And a clear out.
She cleared out. Yes, she did.
Good call by Dan Yadazinski.
Coach Thomas even agreed with that one. He sat down there and shook his head yes.
I don't know, they never call that foul on me at Friday basketball.
Really?
No, and I'm doing it all the time.
You don't call your own?
Heck no. I'm the oldest guy out there.
Well, good for you.
I ought to get a couple breaks. Use it all in the lanes, tries to slip the double team, but traveled on the way. Another turnover by North. South on top, 25-24. 3:57 left in the third quarter. You got a dandy going on here. It's been a back and forth affair. Susie Runis doing the color tonight. Chris is going to do the interviews and is doing stats with this game. Carrie and Scott in the truck directing. Good soft touch by Selk. She bounces it in.
Whoops.
Ball's tipped away. North will keep it.
Yeah, Smith, she's got really quick hands, quick feet.
In a case like that, you might want to get it to somebody that she's not guarding.
Well, if you notice too, Wyman's starting to creep up, so they may have a long look opportunity at some point.
Use it all. Got blocked out pretty heftily by Burkhardt. Her shot didn't go in. And File, I believe it was, got the rebound. Inside feed blocked by Mackenzie Wolf.
Yeah, she's young. She needs to realize you got to turn away from that lane to outlet the ball. There she fortunately didn't get a steal because South player was right there waiting for that outlet.
Well, last year you had a girl that could throw it, could get that long pass down there.
Morgan,
Paris.
Nice arm, yeah. She's here tonight. I saw her earlier. She's playing softball at UW Whitewater, and
Rachel Smith picked up her second foul. There's a couple of quick ones here in the third.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to put her in there.
Yeah, she did a good job of protecting the ball. CJ Usadol did. And a good double team attempt by South. Back cut by Usadol. Kicks it out. Gussie's shot is no good. Lutski had it, gave it up to Usadol again. Little spin move.
Yeah.
And she's trying to do too much and committed another offensive foul.
That's a nice move, but you lose track of that focus of that defense for one split second.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's what might happen there.
For CJ, that's her third.
Yeah, it's key for her to stay on the court and in the game here. So.
Selk showing her ball handling ability. Being guarded by Lutski. Gussie, pardon me. North playing man-to-man defense now. Looks like anyway. But now they're just getting set up in. Think they're in a zone, Susie?
They're still in their zone.
Okay.
It's the rotations. They try to trap on the side here with CJ and Lindsay, but then they go back to a regular 2-3.
Burkhardt's shot from the free throw line is no good. South comes away with another offensive rebound. They've had a number of those tonight. Selk tied up in the lane. Delugopolsky getting down and dirty.
Yeah, North needs to eliminate those second and third attempts.
Use it all coming out with 3:31 left in the third quarter. Dahlman in for her. Dahlman has 3 points. They gave her a 2-point basket actually in the second quarter. Burkhardt again, no good. South Rachel Smith had it, but then she was tied up by Gussie. Alternate possession gives it to North. Dahlman fouled by Burkhart.
And there, you know, defending the wing, you always teach that player to, reach out with the hand closest to the ball, and there Molly reached through, and unfortunately for her, got the foul.
Just those little things sometimes to make a big difference.
It is, and that's what I always talk to my kids. Little things are big things, and
Dahlman forcing it up, didn't get it. Wolf not able to gather it in, and then Selk got it and gave it up to her teammate Molly Burkhart.
They got Smith open way over here. There we go.
Smith open again. This time she's able to get the shot off. Couldn't get it in. I like the way File plays.
She's physical. She is physical. Watch the screen in for Selk on the baseline.
Smith on the back cut. Her shot was blocked, but then they're going to get Lindsay Gussie on the foul.
Lindsay Gussie.
Smith will be on the line shooting a pair.
Rachel Smith, 2 shots.
Rachel was on the line, matter of fact, scored the first South point and made 1 out of 2 way back early in the first quarter, and right now she's 0 for 1 on this trip. South is up by 3. No basket. Lane violation on Wyman.
Yeah, she stepped in early. You're getting the crowd into this a little bit now. You can feel the intensity picking up and ending the third quarter here.
Another dangerous pass right by Smith, but Delugopolsky able to get it. Lutski trying to force it through. Doogie didn't cut all the way, not that she would have got it anyway, but South has it back, and they have a 3-point lead. 2:30 left in the third. Playing defense on top is Lutski.
Now, one thing different too with the zone, you're not getting a lot of, like here, there's a ball pressure situation. Unfortunately, there's a foul, but years past, we're putting a lot of pressure on South, and in turn, they would create some turnovers on their own. We're not seeing a lot of that happening tonight.
No, they're handling the ball pretty well, South is.
Checking in for North, number 22, Erin Maletsky.
Erin Maletsky in again. Taking a seat on the bench is Alyssa Lutski. Good defense played by North on the inbounds.
Erin's she's a nice defensive player. She's energy, and she don't care who she's guarding. She'll take on anybody.
File traveled.
And for North, number 44, CJ Uzida. Also for North, number 52.
That bugs me now, even though I'm not even coaching, but it bugged me even more when I was coaching, that kids couldn't put the ball down first before they start to move.
I used to call that Freddie Flintstone feet. Those feet were going, and
yeah,
the ball was still here.
Bobby Knight actually had a drill that he would do to try and correct that, and I used to use that a lot too. It didn't always work, but at least the kids were aware of it. And Maletsky had a shot on the wing, but didn't take it.
Yeah. Cross-court pass.
Yeah, Selk with good quickness was able to steal it.
North spacing in the paint was cluttered that time, so they really limited their options.
Wyman looking for the lob pass, but Wolf is back there helping out. She's not going to get it.
Her and Dahlman are going pretty good at it down there.
1:18 left in the quarter. South remains up by 3, 27-24. It's been a low scoring.
Yeah, points been hard to come by this quarter.
North with only 2.
Nice screen by File.
And throwing it out of bounds was Wojak. Brianna couldn't get it under control. Gussie being pressured by Selk, and North showing some nerves on that pressure, not handling it real well. 2-point basket by Wojak is good.
I believe this is her varsity experience in the North-South game, and she's handling pretty well as a junior.
Yes, she is doing well.
Notice too, North's doing a lot of spin reverse dribbles, so they're losing focus of the track of the defenders for a split second, and it's put them out of position at times or forced a bad passing lane.
Trying to force it in that time was Moletsky. South with a 5-point lead, 20 seconds left in the quarter. Moletsky a little late. Matter of fact, never even came up. She needed to be aware of what was happening with the ball. 5 seconds. File. Smith at the buzzer. No good. And we're at the end of 3 quarters of play. South on top, 29-24.
Sheboygan South, 29. Sheboygan North, 24.
Television is a powerful and influential medium that allows different groups the opportunity to produce programming that directly affects their own communities. Public, educational, and government access channels ensure that all people, regardless of race, age, gender, disability, religion, or economic status, have access to local government information and the use of a public communication forum. Make sure everyone has a voice. Support your local PEG channels.
Hi, I'm Mia Hamm. As a professional soccer player, I know how rewarding sports can be and how quickly injuries happen. So I've teamed up with the American Association of Orthodontists to ask athletes to play it safe. With my years of training, I know what it takes to become an expert, and orthodontists do too. They're the experts who help people obtain healthy, beautiful smiles. Wear mouthguards, face masks, and helmets to prevent injuries. Keep smiling and visit braces.org.
Back at South High's Acuity Fieldhouse, getting ready to start 4th quarter action. There you see the score. Susie, you got some stats from that quarter for us?
Yeah, North shot only 5 field goals that quarter, 1 of 5 in the quarter, 8 turnovers, which again is huge in this type of game. South, on the other hand, 3 for 9 shooting from the field in that quarter, and 6 turnovers. So it wasn't kind of a sloppily played 3rd quarter, and which led to very few points, but we'll see. We got 8 minutes left here, and this is bragging rights for the city until next time, I guess.
South has 3 team fouls. They're pretty good in that regard. North has 5 team fouls, but have had trouble handling the pressure. Use it all back in the game. Her 3-point attempt is no good. And South, with pretty good quickness, got the loose ball.
That's obviously a set play for CJ coming out of the quarter timeout. Unfortunately, didn't fall for them, but good ball. When North moves the ball, reverses it well. They've been getting some open looks, and I think that they're going to need to continue to look for that.
And make some.
Make some, exactly.
Inside feed to Wyman. Her turnaround jumper is no good. Use it all, making her presence known early as she gets back in with a shot attempt and a rebound. And taking it right to the basket, scores.
Madison did a nice job of holding off her players so she couldn't get at CJ and kind of open the way for her. So that was a nice play by her.
North in a man-to-man defense now, and there's a foul on Wolf. That one's going to go on McKenzie. That'll be her second.
Foul's number 50. McKenzie Wolf, second personal, 6 team foul. The shot number 10, Molly South, number 4, Erica Trump.
Burkhart and Trump come in. Selk and File out. Those are a couple of key girls for the Lady Red Wings.
I'm thinking Coach Thomas is getting them a little bit more rest, and I don't think they'll sit long, and I think you'll see them out there for the duration after this little break.
Nice to be able to get them out with the lead, too.
Yeah, you might see South try to just kind of spread it out a little bit here and not be so worried about putting up quick shots. Maybe
Trump,
run some clock.
Yeah, Trump fell down, and Usadol was quick to tie her up. Possession arrow pointed South's way, so they'll get it. And another bad job throwing the ball in bounds. Doogie's got it, taking it to the hoop, scores and is fouled.
Nice job by Mackenzie Wolf holding off the player.
Well, Connor took it baseline with her right hand, but was able to put the shot up with her left hand, which was a real natural move, and scored the basket and was fouled. Doogie has a chance to tie it up with a free throw. North has struggled from the line tonight.
Well, new game here.
Yep, that free throw ties it up at 29 with 6:35 left. Turnover, I had my head down and off.
It was. And, you know, a live ball like that, both teams have to recognize inbounding against full court pressure. They can run that baseline, and neither team's been utilizing that.
South 2 turnovers, 20 turnovers for the game now. Belugapolski got it. The old left-hander with a 3. It's 32-29.
She's been known to hit some timely threes. That was a big one right there.
She has 11 points. Burkhart, shot is blocked by Mackenzie Wolf. 3-point attempt is no good.
Oh, good hustle by Molly, just couldn't get it there.
Molly Burkhart trying to save it, but had her foot on the line when she tapped it. Tossing it in will be Mackenzie Wolf. We get a timeout, 30-second timeout by South, so we'll keep it here. Susie, North has made a good run here. They've got an 8-point run going. What does South need to do differently?
Well, they kind of stopped attacking on offense. You know, I thought maybe they'd hold it out when they had the 5-point lead, but then North scored a couple of quick buckets. So I think South just has to get back to their aggressiveness, make a basket, and then they can get into their press, which they've been pretty effective with tonight.
Well, I didn't notice if the 2 girls that came out, I think it was File and...
yes, Selk's back in.
Okay, so
and so is File.
So the only starter not in the game so far is Wyman. North has hit 3 of 4 in the quarter. South is 0 for 3 in the quarter. There's a big difference right there. And then they made their free throws.
You know, North got to the lane. They had a couple layups. Foul.
Belugapolski.
Whoops.
Ooh, almost a travel. Well, it might have been a travel, but it wasn't called. Gussie trying
Turn
to get
the corner.
it in the lane.
Oh, she had Mackenzie weak side.
Tie up possession arrow points towards North, so they'll get it out.
That's the thing with that dribble drive. You really got to, those girls got to really turn the corner, because then you've got options down low and
where you're actually seeing the basket.
You can see the basket, yes.
Good armbar that time by Usadol, but then the ball came up too high, and we get a whistle, but I think it's going to be a foul.
Foul number 52, Madison Wolf.
Madison Wolf off the ball foul.
Yeah, I missed that one. I was watching CJ on that move.
That's her 4th. That's what you're showing me, right?
Number 34,
Lutsky back in the game. Madison takes a seat. Self bringing it up, being guarded by Belugapolski. Rachel Smith fouled on the way to the basket.
She does that running kind of floater.
Yeah.
I always told the girls to get a step in front of her and get planted.
Lugopolsky has her 4th foul now.
Yeah, she's got to be careful. They need her on the court.
Well, and you had mentioned this earlier, between her and Usadol, one of them's got to be out there to handle the ball.
For ball handling purposes.
Dahlman is going to come in. Got there just a little bit late.
Even though Doogie's going on the bench, she's got to stay in the game. I know she's frustrated right now, but she needs to keep her head, and she'll be back in there probably within a minute or two.
32-31. Usadol comes back to get it, being guarded by Burkhart.
See the courts, CJ?
Did the spin move, couldn't get it in. Madison Wolf Mackenzie got the rebound and put it up, but was fouled.
South does a nice job rotating on defense, so the North ball handlers really need to be able to see the entire court.
Ball clangs off the rim. That one. North is now 4 for 9 in the ball game and lead at 33-31. Selk being guarded by Dahlman, doing a good job of handling the ball. She's been solid all night. Wyman from outside the line, no good. And this time North comes away with a loose ball. Haven't seen a lot of that tonight. South has been very aggressive. Changed her step feet.
Yes, she did. Said little things.
Yeah, exactly.
Little things.
Jump stops help. 5:50 left in the quarter. File has it.
Wow.
Nice to have her back in the game for the Lady Red Wings, along with Selk. And another blocking foul, this one by Wyman. That's at least 2 for her in the second half.
Yeah, they're physical on those screens and not always getting set sometimes. And sometimes you get caught, sometimes you don't. So,
well, in the Big Ten, I was going to say in the Big Ten, they usually don't call that.
I think you have to draw blood in the Big Ten to get a foul these days.
That's about right. Right through the hands of Taylor Dahlman.
It might not be a bad idea for Coach Spielman just to call a timeout and maybe get a couple sets and get some rest and get everybody organized. Call a set play or something. Make sure everyone's on the same page, and like you said, give somebody or give them a 30-second rest or a minute rest.
Good inside feed,
nice
but Dahlman there to get a piece of the ball.
She anticipated that nicely and got around her player.
Selk will trigger the inbounds. They're down by 2. File looking to get open. Use it all on the good defense.
That's good inside defense there.
Burkhart's shot attempt, and she gets fouled.
I'm assuming that's on Lutsky because CJ had pretty good positioning.
Getting Dahlman, and that's her first. Burkhart will be at the line. That's Molly's first point of the quarter. Gives her 6 on the night and pulls South to within 1 point of tying the Northsiders.
Might be heads up here. He might be switching off his full court pressure if they make it, but.
Use it all. Picked the wrong receiver. He had somebody open deep. File inside. And we're going to get a push on Mackenzie Wolf. That'll be her third. And that's a 10th foul on North. South was in the double bonus.
To the line, number 13, Lauren File.
File has 4 points on the night.
Number 10, Connor.
3 for 5 in the quarter for South at the line. Madison Wolf back in with 4 fouls. It's interesting.
Connor's back in, so.
Puts the second one in. We're all tied up. Lugopolsky being guarded by Smith. He's been in the thorn of everybody that she's guarded. Inside feed. We're going to get a foul on File on the catch. That's her fourth.
To the line, number 52.
I think that's that sister thing. That was a nice post entry, you know, sister to sister. And I think going down the stretch, they may want to look a little bit more for that.
North has made 3 of 4 free throws in the quarter. They've improved on that quite a bit. Amber Puzzowitz in. File can take a rest with her 4 fouls. South. Over to Wyman, cross-court pass to Smith, gets it inside to Puzzowitz, but she lost it. Wolf doing a good job of coming out. South working the perimeter, trying to get to the inside. Notice that arm go out to get the defense away. South is pretty slick that way. Burkhart tied up. Wolf girls doing a pretty good job on defense.
They are, especially coming out on the perimeter. They're staying low and not getting beat off the dribble.
McKenzie is going to toss it in. Mackenzie Wolf. And Smith with another steal and then lost it out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of her, but I'll tell you, she has got really quick hands.
That's been a fun matchup to watch tonight. They've been really going at each other.
Yeah, a couple of seniors.
Yes.
That's something to talk about. I'm just thinking maybe I ought to get it to use it all on the side and just clear out. See what she can do. Oh, not a good angle for the entry pass. Threw it out of bounds. No South baskets in the quarter, all free throws. Hit 4 of 6. 2:30 left. North up 1. Burkhart establishing post position, gets the pass.
Straight up.
And she puts it up and in. Burkhart with a good job inside.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. She did a good job taking that up.
35-34, South.
You know, North just right now, just run down, set something up, and to get a good look here. You got to make the best of every possession.
Use it all, fouled after the shot, she'll get 3. Puzzowitz very aggressive on the block out and commits the foul. It's her third.
Free throws, Marty, free throws.
Yeah, you're right. For CJ, this is her first trip to the line. Two minutes and 3 seconds left in the game.
She's got a nice rhythm up there.
Yeah, very nice. Burkhardt out for a short rest, I'm sure.
Huge free throws. Huge free throws.
37-35. North on top. Selk being guarded by Delugopolsky. And now a double team happening. High up. Usadel reading it, stepped right in there. I thought that Gussie was very late coming up on
She was. Her rotation was slow. CJ made up for it. That's the thing, if you're going to trap, everybody's got to work together, otherwise you're going to get burnt.
There was a South team probably about 13 years ago with CJ Grams, and I think Aubrey Koister was on there. Those guys just had that down about rotating up. There was another
take that middle.
And on wide open underneath is Smith, and she puts it up and in. We're all tied at 37. 1:39 left, we get a timeout.
Unfortunately, North had two girls rotating to the middle that left that whole back side wide open for that layup by Smith.
Let's take a 30-second break, guys.
It's usually pretty hard for an ordinary person to get inside medical research facilities. They don't want the general public really to know what's going on. So much of this research isn't leading to anything that can possibly be helpful. And to allow such barbaric conditions to continue is a very black mark against humanity.
Yeah, okay.
No. Because, out of respect for...
Right. 1:39 left in the ball game. We're all tied at 37. North has 23 turnovers so far in the ball game. 13 for 36 in the game, or for shooting for North. 33% isn't good enough. One thing that North hasn't done much here in the fourth quarter anyway is get a lot of three-ball attempts.
No. They've been a little bit more patient looking inside, and it's a good decision.
I was just going to say that Mackenzie Wolf made a good decision not to try and force it.
You see the North run a set out of here for CJ. And
Delugopolsky outside the line had a good look at a three and couldn't get it in. And Wyman with a strong rebound for the Lady Red Wings. Rolling down to the 1:10 mark in the ball game. We're all tied at 37. Wyman looking to take it to the hoop on a reverse dribble, has it tipped away, and Selk right down on the floor for that ball. Good hustle by that young lady. She doesn't want any help from the Northsiders getting up either.
No. That, again, you take a risk when you do that spin dribble, reversing your back to the defense. That's you know, I'm not a big fan of it, but you know, at times down near the basket, yes, go for it. But when you're in the open court, that's tough.
Yeah, you're asking for trouble. Timeout. Full timeout again, guys. Why don't we take a short break, and we'll be right back with 1 minute left exactly, and we're all tied up.
I assess the needs of a community to make sure that our work will be sustainable.
We are working to change the world, to make it a better place.
Through our sustainable engineering projects, thousands of members in more than 225 universities and professional chapters work to support these efforts in over 45 countries.
To find out more about how you can get involved, go to www.ewb-usa.org and click Get Involved.
Build a better world with us.
Build a better world with us.
Build a better world with us, one community at a time.
He was with the North program for a while with the boys, and then what he did at Falls. And
South is 11 for 32 shooting with 20 turnovers. All this stat information being provided by Chris Wright. He's been working hard, and he doesn't even have a computer. Notice how he never gives us the percentages, but just the numbers. Come on, Chris, what is 10 for 32? Well, if they'd make one more basket, they'd be shooting 33%. North is 3 for 19 from three-point land.
Looks like North's got a different lineup here.
Well, if Mackenzie's got a great arm, she could use it all deep. Instead, they're going to Delugopolsky.
That play looks familiar.
And she put it up and in. It's a Susie Runnis play. North on top with under a minute left. And it's over away. Wolf had it. She's knocked down by foul. For Lauren, unfortunately, that's going to be her 5th foul, and she didn't mean to foul. That was only the 8th foul on South. So Mackenzie Wolf is going to have to make this one to get the next one. North only up by 2.
Yeah, these are huge.
5 fouls on file. She's going to be coming out of the game. Amber Puzzowitz is going to come in.
Lauren played a nice game.
She played a very nice game. I wouldn't mind having her on my team, I'll tell you that.
She's deceiving. She's a very physical player, and she did a nice job tonight.
Mackenzie's Wolf bounces off. Madison Wolf on a putback, got it up and in. 41-37, timeout South. It's going to be a full timeout, but let's keep it here this time. Susie, height is a real difference maker.
And Coach Height. Sure is nice to have 6'3" girls under the boards, but I mean, huge putback. Now you're looking from a 1-possession game to a 2-possession game, and 42 seconds on the clock. You know, South, I'm sure Coach Thomas is really talking about getting a good look this time. And
when you look at those girls on the bench, the kids that are in the game, who do you want shooting the ball?
Man, you know, the way Kara's been, you know, Kara was hot the first half. Kara South, yes. You know, you got to look at that. Rachel Smith is going to be more of your driver, but, you know, if she gets a kick out, wide open look, Rachel Smith can hurt you from the outside, too. But, you know, I think they're going to try to run something off of screen and roll action here. And, you know, without Lauren File in there, they really don't have that solid inside presence. But all those girls sitting there right now, any one of them can shoot that perimeter shot. So defense, you got to have the hand in the face. And
North, up on the kick out.
North really hasn't been doing much of it, but, you know, you might want to consider just, you know, switching out. And what you really don't want to do is give up an easy 2-point basket, you know, because then you're taking a little time off the clock. So
you see Eric Spielman giving last-minute instructions.
I'm sure his stomach is spinning right about now. So
42.7 seconds left. Selk has it. Delugopolsky guarding her. 35 seconds left. Kick out. Smith is way off. Ball is tipped away, and putting it up and in was Wyman.
Timeout by South.
That was fortuitous bounce for the Southsiders.
Well, the bounce and then just, again, stressing again, just boxing out opportunities.
Usadol looked like she had a good shot at the rebound, but somebody behind her just tipped the ball away and went right to Kimberly Wyman, who put it up and in. Watch this. I think that was Puzzowitz. Amber Puzzowitz on the great effort.
What you can see now is, you know, if South puts somebody on the ball, you know, I think North is looking for that read to go long again and then running some clock. But if they're off the ball, double teaming the inbound, I'm sure they're going to pay a lot of attention to both CJ and Doogie. So
based on the foul shooting by CJ, I guess I'd want to get her the ball right away.
Yes. I mean, the way she hit those 3 before. And really, as a leader,
the other thing, just speaking up here real quick, the next foul by South is the 10th one, which gives the free throw shooter 2 automatically.
That's right. So 2-point game right now, and I'm sure South is focusing on a quick, maybe a 5-second count or the quick steal. And then I'm sure they've got a signal for a foul situation, not to let too much time run off the clock.
This has been an extremely entertaining basketball game, and really nice having you next to me giving us all this analysis.
Well, it's a different viewpoint up here, I'll tell you that.
You do a heck of a lot better job than Chris. And you're better looking.
Well, that's the nicest thing anybody said to me today.
And it goes right to CJ.
Okay. You gotta be watching the clock.
Wolf got fouled. Self just a little late. That was a very dangerous pass by CJ.
They had what they wanted, that lofty pass, and just a little slow rotation by Self.
Wolf missed her first attempt last time, got bailed out by her sister, who tipped it in. to 39, a 3-point lead. Camber Puzzowitz back in. We didn't even notice that Wojak checked in. A little more quickness, and DeLuga Polsky's back in for Dahlman. She was out for the defense.
Carly Wyman is a very good three-pointer, so you know why she's in there.
Yeah, exactly.
21, yes. She likes that baseline, so I'd pay a close attention to her.
Wyman with the rebound.
Okay, South can get something quick. They don't have to go for the three, but
15 seconds. Smith driving to the hole. Shot up is no good.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Right there, Wolf with the rebound. She's fouled. 7.9 seconds left. Being fouled again was Mackenzie Wolf. She'll be at the line shooting a pair.
North lucked out there. That was
not a very good decision by CJ.
To the line, number 50, Mackenzie Wolf.
Now it's hard for us up here, but if she could have thrown that over the group, where it's bouncing down the floor, at least it's running off some time. Couldn't get the bounce on that one. Mackenzie Wolf is 1 for 4 in the quarter. 2 for 6 actually in the quarter. Got that one. That was a key free throw.
Timeout North.
Timeout North, and North has a 4-point lead with 7.9 seconds left. Now we know that South has to get a quick foul. South is just 2 for 10 shooting in the quarter.
Yeah, they've went cold. They haven't really had as good of looks as they did earlier, so nice adjustments made by North.
Defensively, how do you play this if you're North? If somebody takes it to the hoop, do you let them go?
Well, you look at the clock, there's 7.9 seconds. You get that quick layup, stay away from them. As long as you get it in, you don't even have to get it in, depending on how long it takes them to get that quick shot. But parting of the way, let them shoot their layup, game over.
Yeah. What we're not as sure of is the timeout situation. Who has what left? If South has a timeout remaining, they could force North to have to throw it in. Chris is going to go downstairs. He'll be doing some interviews after the game. About 20 to 25 minutes after this contest, we'll have the boys' game. Chris will be doing the color. I'll be at the play-by-play, and Susie will be in the stands enjoying life.
That's right. Looking forward to watching the boys play.
It always amazes me when the boys come on and play after the girls, the pace of the game. All right, Selk has it. Taking a long time. 4 seconds left. Her shot is no good. Use it all has it tipped away from her, and that's the ball game. Sheboygan North, the winner, 43-39 in what was a very entertaining game. Susie, some comments.
Well, first of all, congratulations to Coach Spielman and the girls. That was a hard-fought battle, and both teams played well at times, struggled at times, but congratulations to North, and happy for Coach Spielman. Both teams are gonna cause some damage, I think, this year in the conference. Any given night. And I think once, the youth of North gets a little bit more experience, and a game like this can only help. Being in a close game and a rough environment can build that confidence and experience. And a month or two more, it'll be North-South Part 2. So.
You gonna come back?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, it's last when I went to watch Appleton West game, that was a little hard and emotional, and girls coming out and saying hi, that was hard. But yeah, I'm still their biggest fan, and I wish them nothing but the best, and Coach Spielman and his staff.
All right, with that, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, hopefully Chris will have a couple of girls for us to talk to. Matter of fact, there he is right now, but we're still going to step out for a minute, and we'll be right back.
In Wisconsin, the laws are the same for bicyclists and motorists. So if you bike, ride with the traffic and obey stop signs and lights. Whether you ride a bike or drive a car, you must yield the right-of-way to pedestrians at marked and unmarked crosswalks. At intersections, always look for pedestrians before making a turn, and slow down in school zones and neighborhoods to keep our kids safe. Share and be aware. We're all responsible.
Cable access channels ensure you the ability to exercise your First Amendment rights through the medium of television. They create opportunities for mutual communication, education, and artistic expression. Public access makes community participation possible and gives you a voice in your community and your world. Make sure everyone has a voice. Support your local public access channel.
Here with two happy Lady Raiders, Connor and CJ. CJ, what an exciting game, came right down to the wire.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting. You know, we just outworked them a lot. We were losing in the beginning, but we just kept it up and we fought until the end and we won it. So.
You just never know what's going to happen in a North-South game, and tonight was no different for you. It's quite exciting.
Yeah, it was very exciting, and we just, you know, outworked them, and it was just a fun game, and those games are like really exciting, and we just fought it out and kept it up and won the game.
Yeah, hard-fought game. I put a little note here at the about 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Connor and Mackenzie got their fourth foul, and so there you had to go in a streak where you had, you know, two of your leading scorers beside yourself in foul trouble, and the rest of the team for 2 minutes, and you got back in the game. It was a team effort.
Yeah, it was a team effort. You know, the people came off the bench and they played real hard. They played their positions that they needed to play, and we just, as a team, we came out and we won hard, and it just was a big win.
Very, scoring tonight was very difficult. It was very hard to get the baskets, especially, you know, throughout the game. It was like a grind-out game and things like that. Every possession seemed really large, so you just had to stick with it.
Yep, it was a very physical game, and we just had to fight it out and won. I don't know.
Now, you've been in this for a couple years now. What do you think of these North-South games?
They're very exciting. I mean, you just have a big crowd and everything, and that gets you pumped up, and you just want to get out there and win it.
Well, you did a nice job today. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Connor, let's talk a little bit. I mentioned that the game was nick and tuck all game, but let's talk about, with 1 minute left in the game, Coach Spielman made up a play with the game tied. You got a basket on the other end. You remember that play?
Yeah, I do.
Was that something he just drew up or something you work on all the time?
It was definitely drawn up right at the last minute, and it worked for us. Thank God.
Do you think he used his math teaching skills to figure that drawing out?
No, not at the time, no.
Very scrappy game today. Both teams created a lot of turnovers, and in the fourth quarter, you stopped them on just 2 of 10 shooting. Your defense really stepped up in the fourth.
Yeah, I should have done that all game. The lead wouldn't have been as close, but we came out on top, so that's all that counts.
Yeah, and it's really a scrappy defense. You like to trap at half court, and everybody fits their roles, and it's got to be a fun defense to play.
It is. It's a lot different from last year where we're pressing all the time, and now this year we have height, and we only do it just guards up front.
Yeah, having CJ and the two Wolf girls is quite a difference for you.
Yeah, it is. I'm not used to throwing the ball into the post.
Well, that's always a big thing. I mentioned to CJ, what is it for you playing in these North-South games?
It's undescribable. I wish, like CJ, I had the chance to do this, you know, 8 times as a freshman, but I only am getting 4. But hopefully we can keep another win in February. So.
Can you feel the difference in practice week as well?
Yeah, it is, especially since we didn't have a game all week. So all you're thinking about was tonight, and luckily we came out on top, like I said.
Well, congratulations to both. With that, we're going to send it back to Coach Runnis and Mike Martin.
Leading scorers for tonight's game were, there you just saw her, Connor Dula-Gapolsky had 13 and CJ Usabal had 12 for North. Leading the Southsiders was Kara Selk with 8, and playing an outstanding game defensively and handling the ball was Rachel Smith. She had 5 points. Molly Burkhart had 6 points, and North a winner, 43-39. The key difference in the ball game was that fourth quarter North outscored South 19-10, and Chris had indicated the poor shooting by South throughout the quarter really hurt them.
It did, and you know, games like this, obviously a lot less stressful for me being up here and watching it, but you know, for this type of game, it really comes down to possessions, you know, who has a possession at the end, and you know, the putback by Madison off that missed free throw, it's just 1 or 2 possessions was the difference in this game in the long run, and just a hard-fought game by both teams, and you know, fortunately for North, they come out on top.
One other key point was in that fourth quarter, North shot 13 free throws and made 8 of them, and
fortunately enough on that one miss, the Wolf girl was able to do the putback for a basket. Go ahead, Susan.
I thought North did a much better job later in the second half of handling their pressure, South's pressure. You know, and whether that was a discussion point at half by Coach Spielman, but whatever it was, I thought they did a much better job. And you know, the set play, long play, I think that kind of broke the camel's back, so to speak, and really switched the momentum over to North when they got that long baseball pass to Doogie. And just, you know, little things added up in the end, and close game, but you know, there'll be another one for them.
And with that, we're going to step out. We got 14 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock before the start of the next game. We're going to step out and take a little break. When we come back, Chris and I will do the opening for the boys game, and we'll get this second one started. So stay tuned.